All right, the question before us now is a very lovely question. You must know how to solve as a science student. The question is, how many grams of glucose are in 6.63 times 10 to the power 20 molecules of glucose? Now, this 6,6H12O6 is the molecular formula for glucose, so take note of that. We normally use that to get the molar mass of that substance, which is glucose. So if you know the molecular formula of a substance, you can easily get the molar mass of that substance if you know their respective atomic mass. So we are going to solve this question now. So what you need to do just to ensure you don't distract yourself by any means. Just relax, calm, keep calm. We are going to get something lovely from this class. So let's go. All right, to get that mass of glucose, remember what we did in our last video. If you know you have not watched that, please try and do so. The best academy calculation for amount of substance is there. I gave you guys two wonderful formulas, which were, I told you, amount of substance is always what? Numbers of what? Particles over what? Avogadro's number. Then I also said amount of substance is what? Mass over what? Molar mass. So fortunately now we are looking for this guy, which is mass of glucose. I've got mass of glucose. So we don't know molar mass. We don't know the molar mass yet, and we don't know the numbers of moles as well. So what are we going to do? We like us to solve them one after the other. So we're going to solve for the molar mass. We're going to solve for the molar mass. Yes, we'll do that. Then we'll get the, what's it called? The numbers of moles. So I'm going to teach you how to calculate molar mass in this class now. I will teach you how to calculate this. I've done numbers of moles before, but we're still going to do it now. So record that this formula do exist, and we're given the numbers of particles to be what? 6.63 times 10 to the power what? 23 molecules. Molecules. Remember that. So what we are going to do now, we are going to use this to get the numbers of moles that are there, the amount of substance present there. So let's quickly do that to see what we're going to have now. Let's quickly do that to see what we're going to have. Let's go do that. So the number of moles will be what? Number of particles, which is 6.2. So 6.63 times 10 to the power what? 23 over the Avogadro's number, which is what? Remember, this is constant number, and it's what? 6.022 times 10 to the power what? 23 as well. So if you do this, you are going to have 1.1 moles. You're going to have 1.1 moles of glucose. So in this molecules now, in this particular substance of glucose, we have 1.1 moles of glucose present here. So that is this numbers of moles, or the amount of substance or amount of glucose in that place. So what are we going to do now? From this amount of glucose now, we can get the mass of glucose there. So how are we going to do this? We're going to use the other formula, which is mass equals what? Mass over molar mass. Mass over what? Molar mass. So let's get the molar mass of glucose. So keep this. Let's get this molar mass of glucose. Let's go and get that molar mass of glucose. Let me teach you how to do that, because that is still very, very important. So let me teach you how to get the molar mass of glucose. Remember, the glucose was what? 66 H what? H12 and what? O6. Can you remember that? Now, each of them has their mass number. The mass number of carbon is what? 12 grams per mole. Carbon is 12. Then hydrogen is 1. That's the mass number of hydrogen. Then the oxygen is 16. You can see the periodic table. Mass number of carbon 12 is 12. Mass number of hydrogen is atomic mass of hydrogen is 1. The atomic mass of oxygen is what? 16. So what we are going to do now, we are going to replace this with this 12. Then we replace this with 1. Then we replace this O with 16. The 6, 12, and 6. This 6, 12, and 6 will still be there. We are not going to touch it. Look at what I'm going to say. The molar mass now will be, look at it. This C here, we'll replace it with 12. So we're going to have 12. Then the 6 will still remain. Then plus this H will replace it with 1. Then the 12 will still remain there. Then plus this O will replace it with 16. This O here will replace it with 16. Then this 6 will still remain. This 6 will still remain there. So we're going to have this. So we're going to have 12 times 6 plus 1 times 12 plus 60 times 6. What is that? 12 times 6 plus 1 times 12 plus 60 times 6. I think that will give us 180. That will give us 180 grams per mole. 180 grams per mole. So this is the molar mass of this glucose. 180 grams per mole. So in case they will tell you the molar mass of glucose is 180 grams per mole, this is how to calculate it. This is how to calculate the stuff here. So that's how we roll. So we know the molar mass of glucose now, and we know the what's it called? We know the numbers of moles of this glucose. We can get the mass of glucose now. So how are we going to do that? How are we going to do that? How are we going to get this mass? Can we do that? Let's try and do that to see what we are going to have here. So let's go. Let me try and clean this thing a little bit so that we can solve this thing once and for all. Now remember, numbers of moles is always what? Just ensure that thing is inside your memory, is always there. Don't allow it to leave. Don't allow it to leave. Don't allow it to leave. Don't allow it to leave you. It's very, very important. So let's go. Remember, numbers of moles, we said it was what? It was what? Mass over what? Molar mass. So from here now, making this mass the sorry formula, we'll cross multiply this to this place. So our mass now will be what? M times N. That is molar mass times what? Numbers of moles. So the mass of glucose now will be, the mass of glucose will be, the molar mass of glucose, which was what? 180 times the numbers of moles of glucose, what? 1.1. So that's going to give us 198. That'll give us 198 grams of glucose. So the answer to this question is actually the 198 grams of glucose. Thank you.